Sergeant First Class Retired Luke and his service dog Jasper. And Staff Sergeant Retired Melissa and her service dog Walt.
Good evening, everybody. It's so nice to be able to come out here tonight and be able to address you and be able to give you a little bit of a story about how Jasper and I came to be. I hope you just heard exactly what was said about the soldiers' lives that are lost. We often think about the lives that are lost while we're deployed in a combat theater, but very few times do we think about the lives that are lost once we come home. Just a month ago, I traveled to Pennsylvania to bury one of my best friends, one of my teammates, who lost his battle to this struggle. In 1999, I joined the military to follow the footsteps of my grandfather, who very rarely spoke of his experiences in Vietnam, which to me added a smoke to the experience and made him even more of a hero to me. And I wanted to follow his footsteps, and I did. And I ended up following his footsteps, which took me to Iraq twice. On my second tour to Iraq, I ended up hitting a 500-pound IED that broke my back, messed up my neck, and gave me a TBI, which eventually led to my retirement out of the military, which was everything that I ever wanted. Once I came home, the difficulties of finding joy in the simple things in life was nearly impossible. To be able to get up out of bed to even simply tie my shoes was a task that was nearly impossible. Brushing my teeth, taking a shower, smiling, much less taking my kids to school. And they would look at me and wonder where I was. I finally came to the decision that I had to do something different with my life. One of my former teammates in the military had told me about a service dog that he had and how much joy this service dog had brought him. And I thought to myself, I used to have dogs when I was growing up as a young man. And if I could get a little bit of that innocence that I once had before war, man, what a joy that would be. Just a fraction of that, right? Many of you probably can think of that moment when you had maybe a dog or something nostalgic that brought you joy. And if you could just grasp maybe a slice of that right now, how much happiness and joy that could bring you to your life. Well, I found K9’s for Warriors. And in K9’s for Warriors, I found this floppy-tongued dog, Jasper, who's always in my face, who is always there, who wakes me up from nightmares. My own family members could not wake me up from a nightmare because they were afraid of what might happen. But this dog can sit on my chest and he can comfort me. He meets me where I am at. There's only two things in this world, I will say three things in this world that doesn't judge me. That's God, that's my journal, and that's my dog. And to be in a place to have something tangible next to me that doesn't judge me is enough for me. Something that's there to lick me, something that's there to irritate me sometimes because he won't sit down like he's supposed to right now. It's a wonderful joy. And this is because K9’s for Warriors took the time, took the effort, had the love to serve others. And I'm so grateful for that. I know so many others that are grateful for that. 2 lives were saved. And I will say that there were many more lives saved in that, because now I can reach outside of myself and help others. So that 22 curve can now come down. Something exponential can sharply be cut. And we can make a difference. And you can make a difference. I really appreciate you listening to my rambling. And thank you so much. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for your support. I hope y'all have a great evening. I hope y'all have fun here in Muscle Shoals. I'm from Alabama, and this is just such a historic place. And I love it here, and I hope y'all have a good evening. Until Valhalla.